Hello, my name is Christoph. I'm a film student from Germany, and in the coming summer and spring I will be working on my bachelor's, which will be a long-form documentary. I am also a member of the CWI here in Germany. My plan is to shoot this documentary in England, and the topic is supposed to be the fight against austerity back then and now. The workers' movement in Britain, especially the socialist parts of it, have a proud history of fighting back against austerity, be it implemented by a Labour government or the Thatcher government back in the 80s. In the film I want to touch on important struggles like that of the miners in the 80s, but also the Liverpool City Council and the fight against the poll tax, which was successful in the end and led to the downfall of Margaret Thatcher. I want to interview relevant figures in these struggles, but also everyday workers who were affected by those neoliberal attacks, these austerity policies. But in the film, I also want to document struggles going on right now in Britain against hikes in tuition fees, against the privatization or closure of hospitals, or against council cuts. I want to talk to and document workers and activists throwing themselves into struggle against austerity, against neoliberalism, against this current Starmer government. And I also want to pose the question of a new workers' party to the left of Labour, which clearly doesn't stand for workers anymore. While it used to be part of struggles in the 80s, now it's a force workers have to struggle against. In the film I want to interview Dave Nellist, Hannah Sell and many other workers and activists who've stood up in the past and who are standing up now to neoliberal austerity.
Hello, I'm Dave Nellist, a former Socialist Member of Parliament in the UK, and I'd like to tell you briefly why I support the crowdfunding campaign to make this film. For the past 15 years since the onset of the Great Recession, successive UK governments have clawed back the £400 billion spent on rescuing the banks and the capitalist system from the jobs and public services that working people rely on. We have lost 600,000 jobs in local government services, 800 libraries, 500 children's centres and so much more. There are 300,000 jobs in the health and social care services currently vacant. This film hopes to tell the story of some of the battles that working class people in the UK have fought for in the hope they can inspire others to stand their ground and fight for their interests. I understand it's hoped to screen the film at Socialism 2025. If you are able, we would be grateful if you could donate to the crowdfunding campaign to make this project a success. Solidarity and many thanks.
My plan is to be in England to shoot the film from February to March, but for that I will need money. A lot of my own personal money will flow into that project, but transportation, food and accommodation will produce additional costs for me and my team that I alone can't cover. That's why I'm asking you for a little donation to make the production of this film possible. Since it is a no-budget production, we don't need much, but we do need a little, so that's why I'm asking for your help. As a little thank you, your name will appear on the credits. These different struggles against privatization, against cuts and so on, don't only happen in Britain. No, they happen around the world in almost every single other country on this planet. So every worker in every country can relate to these struggles going on in Britain right now and historically. And my goal is, with the film, to inspire people to throw themselves into class struggle and to fight for what is rightfully theirs, because they see the exemplary work being done in Britain and can use it as an example for their communities, for their countries, for their cities. Thanks in advance.